Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of the Author Collaborative. As always, I'll be talking to an author whose book I have recently read and enjoyed. And my guest for this week is author Monica Singh. And I have been wanting to have her on the show for at least a couple of years now, within which time I have gone on to publish a few more books. And she has become a mother and she has received numerous awards and accolades with the book that I had in mind for inviting her on the show. Her book, Pronounced Guilty, that's what we are going to discuss today. And I'm very excited to talk to her because I have been building up the questions I had for her for the past few years. And very happy to finally have her here and do this episode with her. So let me see if Monica is here. Hi, Monica. Okay, we should be able to do it in one go this time. Yes. Hey, hi, finally. Hi. Welcome to the show. Very excited to have you here. Hi, Anaga. Anaga is here again. Thank you, Anaga, for rejoining. Yes. So, welcome to the show. I was just telling the audience that I have been trying to have you on the show for the past few years now.
2 years, 2 years.
Within which time you became a mother. I have had a few books published, and you went on to win so many awards for this book. One of which we both share from the same platform, which is
Yes,
Authoropod, and we
author
won it
pod.
in the same year.
Yes, yes, we did. Yes.
Yes, and you can see mine in the background. If you can show yours to the audience sometime later, I would love it.
Mine is in the other room, and if I open the door, my baby will storm in, and फिर session
We
हो
won't
गया,
take
खत्म.
can't take that chance, yes.
सही
Natasha is
में.
also here again. Hi, Natasha. Thank
Hi,
you for
Natasha.
rejoining.
Hi,
Okay,
Anika.
okay. So before we start today's episode, can you briefly introduce yourself to the audience, please?
Okay, I haven't done this in like 2 years, so I'm going to fumble a lot. Hi, everyone. I am Monica Singh. I'm an author and an editor and a new mom. And my debut book is Pronounced Guilty. It is a legal thriller and courtroom drama slash courtroom drama. Oh, yes, yes. This is the time to show the book, Monica.
So Monica has the paperback and I have read the Kindle, so it's
Yes,
available in both formats. Guys, go check it out. Yes, please go
yes.
on, Monica.
Yeah, so my book has won a few national awards, and I did not expect that it would, but the journey has been really, really great. And yeah, it's good to be back, and I'm really glad that we are finally speaking
Yeah,
because
the
I have
stars
been
aligned.
chasing Manali. Manali has been chasing me for 2 years now.
Yes, exactly. The stars finally aligned. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so now coming to the book, I have had it on my TBR ever since I reached out to you first 2 years ago. I started reading it 2 years back in the hopes that चलो मैं start करूंगी तो शायद मोनिका के साथ मेरा मैच हो जाएगा कभी ना कभी. But नहीं हो रहा है तो चलो जब वो आएगी तभी पढ़ूंगी. And
Yes.
finally, when I restarted it, I was like, yeah, okay. I remember a bit of it, but I'm glad I restarted it because I had forgotten a bit of it. Now, coming to the content of the book, it's so positive. I mean, there are characters here who are trying to bring about positive reinformation and, uh, a hope that the world can be a better place if people are given chances despite what they have done in the past, which is something I really like. And I think all of us deserve that chance, irrespective of what we might have done based on our circumstances or based on our mental health at that point of time. So, this whole reformation program that you are talking about in inmates who have committed certain crimes in their life and they are trying to come back into the society and trying to lead a normal life, what kind of challenges they face. So I love that you have given a very positive outlook and through not only the eyes of the inmates who are trying to do it but also through various other characters. There are lawyers, there are uh, uh, psychoanalysts who are trying to work through the mental problems that these inmates have. And there is also another lawyer who has gone through a similar thing in his life and he's trying to avoid that happening to somebody else. So, a lot of medley of characters, and you are going through all their backstories to understand the impact of having such a thing in society in place. to make everyone's lives better and also provide a perspective to us as readers whether everybody deserves a chance or not. Whether or not they deserve it, that's for you to infer from the book.
Yes, yes, yes,
So, based on that, I am now going to quickly read out a few passages from the book. This is the book cover again, and I'm going to read out a few passages from the first chapter itself because we don't want to give away too much. And this is the first chapter. The book begins in February 2021, and this is Vijender. He is the character, I believe, who is the inspiration behind this whole reformation process that we are talking about in the book. It starts like this. Vijender Singh, you are under arrest for kidnapping and extortion. You have the right to refuse to answer our questions. Arey, hold him properly. Vijender had stopped listening. The words echoed in the recesses of his mind, and he saw, yet again, in vivid detail, the damp, moldy ceiling of the cell he had spent the last 7 years in. No, not again. Please, not again. The snick of the handcuffs clasping tight against his bulging wrist was deafening. He flinched as if struck by an avalanche. Rough hands grasped his bound ones and pushed him towards the open maw of the police van standing bang in the middle of the street, its red-blue siren caterwauling in the night. Tell Patkan, fast, fast, we don't have all night. Someone shouted at him as another pair of hands shoved him from behind. He looked up into the van just as two pairs of hands stretched out of the nothingness to pull him inside. No, no, no. A violent shiver swept all over his body as he screamed and shook off his captors. His hard, muscled shoulder bumped against someone's mouth, and a wild kick made contact with another man's solar plexus. Momentarily, he turned tail and ran. He had barely taken a few steps when the crack of a bullet rent the air, and he crumpled to the ground. A sharp jolt of pure pain penetrated his left calf. It hurt like hell. He curled up into himself even as a liquid warmth enveloped his rapidly cooling leg and several pairs of hands landed on him. Aisha Vadya, क्लीनिक चला रहे पहले. We need to take him to the hospital first. Chandla, overtime भी नहीं लगेगा. Someone screamed inside Vijendra's head. Open your eyes, quickly. His own voice choked with panic and resignation. Take a last look before they bury you again. The voice was so loud, so insistent, that his eyelids flew open. He looked at the overcast sky and howled. Why couldn't it have been daytime? Why wouldn't he have been given that one glimpse of a clear blue sky? I'm going to stop here because we already
Thank you
know
for reading that. Thank you.
because we already know that this particular person is being taken to jail again, and they have done something. I mean, they are being accused of something they clearly have not done. What that crime is, and why is he being taken into jail, into custody again? What this case is all about. For that, you have to go check out the book because this is the beginning of what happens in the later chapters, and actually in the entirety of the books.
Yes.
So, Monica, based on my reading of the book and, of course, your profile that I have been following for a few years now, I had a few questions for you. Would you be kind enough to answer those?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm just quickly going to pull up the questions, and within which time, let's thank everyone because we got a lot of. Chaila, yes, I can see the Marathi audience, the Maharashtrian people excited by that word. I was also very happy to get, that Maharashtrian representation in a book. So, okay. My questions here. Okay. The first one I had for you is what I appreciated about the book was that it doesn't reduce the characters to their crimes or their professions, which is so important. We see inmates, we see psychoanalysts, lawyers, and administrators all carrying their own baggage. Was it important for you to blur the line between the guilty and the respectable while writing the story?
Yes, yes, absolutely. And I'm really happy that you picked up this question because this is the entire crux of the story, right? Because what I wanted the readers to understand is that, these labels, कि वो criminal है, this person is not a criminal, and this person is a criminal, they mean very, very little when it comes to real life. So
Yes.
what I wanted to focus on was that, a person can be a convicted criminal and they can still be capable of love and kindness and empathy and all of those feelings. And a person can be very educated, very respectable, and might be the pillar of the society, and they are still capable of harming those around them. And I'm sure 100% of the time we all know such people who should be behind bars but are not, because their crimes are not what we call as standard crimes. So yes, absolutely wanted to explore that, and I'm really glad that that comes through in the novel. Yeah.
It definitely does because yes, I think I have mentioned it in my review also. I don't know if I did. I'm not able to recall now. But there are despicable people who are, uh, like in the eyes of the society, they are the respectable people, but behind
Yes.
the scenes, they are doing incorrigible things which we
Yes.
can't even apprehend. We already have the first question from the audience also. Anaga is asking, how many people did you need to connect with to research for the book? And did you speak to any falsely accused as well?
Okay. How many people? I actually connected with a lot of lawyers and a lot of law students who had just recently been to Yerwada jail, because that is the prison that comes features in the book. So I talked to them, and I wanted to know whether ये जो मैं story बता रही हूँ, is this even real? Because the prisons are not open to public. The
Hmm.
prisons are only open to law students and lawyers and police and everybody. So I wanted to ask them, is this real? So they told me that on paper everything looks good. On paper बहुत सारे reforms हो गए हैं, बहुत सारे rehabilitation methods चल रहे हैं. But when you go inside the prison, even now the conditions are really bad, really bad. And the kind of sanitation that is kept inside the prison and the way the prisoners are treated inside the prison, it's still really, really bad. So yeah, talk to lawyers, talk to psychologists, talk to a ex-police officer who actually worked in Yerwada jail and is now heading an NGO. I can't remember the name. I have mom brain, so I forgotten. So yeah, I talked to a lot of people, but because I took this maternity break in between, there were still a lot of people that I wanted to talk about for the book, but that I couldn't do because मेरा travel restricted था. So yeah, a lot of research went into it, a lot of time went into it, and the second part of your question, right? Do I know of some criminals? Did she ask criminals?
Wrongly accused. Did you speak to anyone
Wrong.
wrongly accused of a crime?
No, I did not speak to anyone who is wrongly accused. When I spoke to the ex-police officer who was in charge of Yerwada jail, he told me that around 70% of the people inside prisons are under trial convicts which have not yet been accused of anything. 70% of the prison population is under trial prisoners, and their crime has not yet been
Good. Yeah.
confirmed,
Yeah.
and they have been in prison for 7 years
Oh,
already.
God.
Already. So now imagine अगर ये 70% में से 50% भी criminals निकलते हैं और
Hmm.
20% they realize okay they are not criminals and they are released into उनका 7 year का gap तो हो गया ना. Now,
Exactly.
now they are branded as criminals. You have been inside prison. You are a criminal. Whether or not you did the crime is immaterial, which
Hmm.
again features into the book where Dushyant Dave का जो बेटा है, उसका जो
Ah,
arc है, that is the same. Like whether you did the crime or not is
it doesn't
immaterial.
matter. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Media trial has already announced
It
you
has
guilty.
happened. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Natasha is asking, you also spoke to an IPS officer, Amod.
Yeah, Amod, yeah, that's who I'm talking about. He told me that I asked him because I was very uncertain about this story because everybody told me nobody wants to read about criminals. Why are you even writing this book? And I asked him, is it worth writing this book at all? And he said, yes, you must write this book. And then he gave me those stats like 70% are under trial and everything. बोले कि prison में जिन्होंने काम नहीं भी किया है, they are also rotting inside prisons.
Hmm.
Criminals are also rotting inside prisons. पर जब वो बाहर आएंगे, when they are released, nobody knows what to do with them. And
Yes.
then the same crime keeps on happening again and again, again and again.
Yeah.
So yes, you must write. So yeah, I talked to him and he was the one who told me, no, you must write it. You must write it.
Uh, We also have Anaga saying, she's calling you a show off, yeah. Anaga is also saying Natasha is the external memory card for mom brain.
Oh, I wanted to add to Anaga's point. Even though I do not personally know of people who are, ex-criminals or reformed criminals, I do know a lot of people who are very respectable, who are very educated, and they are actually criminals, but they are not inside prisons. They have not been convicted because their victims have not reported their crimes.
Yep. I think we all know some people like
We
that.
all know. I am 100% sure we all know such people who should be behind prison but are not. And they're roaming. They're roaming the streets. Nobody's stopping them.
I think there is somewhere mentioned in the book also towards the end where you have said that because you have the means, because most of us have the means to stay out of prison, that's why we are not guilty. Otherwise,
Yes.
most of us would be.
Would be. It's all about money. It's all about money.
Yeah.
Politicians who are criminals, celebrities who are criminals, they will not get the same kind of sentence or the same kind of punishment as somebody who is poor and does not have the money.
Yeah.
That is the truth. And no matter how हम इतना बड़ा चढ़ के बोले नहीं हमारा जो सिस्टम बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रांग है नहीं. That is the truth. If you have money, you will be punished less. If you don't have money, you will be punished more.
You are guilty or criminal only when caught, which
Only
is
when caught. Yeah,
exactly.
definitely.
Okay, this brings me to my second question, and I'm glad we are having this engaging discussion already before we move into the second one, which is as readers, we are often conditioned to root for heroes and condemn the villain. But your book, Pronounced Guilty, operates in shades of grey. As a writer, how did you balance empathy for the flawed characters without excusing their actions?
Right. I think this is one of the things that I struggled with a lot, a lot. I struggled with it a lot. I remember there was a time during the developmental editing phase where, that incident has happened in Kolkata. आरजी कार हुआ था उस time पे, and and it hit me so hard, and I was like, I'm championing for these people. Like I'm writing a book that is campaigning for these people. Like, why am I doing it?
Hmm.
That was the thing that actually hit me hard, and over time, over the process of editing, I actually realized that there is a huge difference between empathy and absolution, right?
Hmm.
So redemption does not necessarily equate to forgiveness.
Hmm.
No. So crime has to be punished. Every kind of crime has to be punished. But what I am talking about is how do you break this cycle of crime and punishment?
Hmm. Hmm.
I am talking about the social, economical, psychological factors that make someone do what they do.
Hmm.
Trying to understand that. And then understanding that does not equate to justifying it. The crime is not justifiable. Crime is crime, it has to be punished.
Yes.
But then what? What are we doing so that this crime is not happening again?
Hmm.
Because हम लोग देख रहे हैं, if the same kind of crime keeps happening again and again and again and again. So what are we doing to stop that? Because
Hmm.
crime is not going anywhere. Crime is here. We are living in a society, there is going to be crime.
Yeah.
What we want to focus on is stopping the same kind of crime from happening again and again. So
Exactly.
that we have a society in the future where, there is a modicum of safety for people, for
Hmm.
everyone.
Thank you for answering that. And since we are already discussing the topic, uh, and there is a medley of characters which I already mentioned who are great. They all have some flaws or the other.
Yes.
So while weaving the story, I want to know which character did you find the least empathy for, or had the most challenge writing their goodness to be shining across the story.
Uh, okay. Are we talking about primary characters? Because primary characters, secondary characters, right? So there is a criminal in Bandi Mukti Morcha. Okay, he is a convicted rapist,
Hmm.
and that is one character that I struggled with a lot, a lot. And even though in that character, there are psychological aspects which are driving his behavior, even then it was very, very unsettling
Yeah.
to go into that psyche. It was very unsettling through Anusuya to go into his psyche and to understand why he is doing what he's doing.
Hmm.
So I that was like really, 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 really scary. It was scary for me because I have been the recipient of e-teasing and sexual assault. Mumbai ke streets में, I don't think any woman is safe. So having to re-experience that
Yeah.
through the eyes of the perpetrator,
Hmm.
right? That was very, very traumatizing and very, very unsettling. Uh, but yeah, I think that was one chapter and one character that gave me a lot of trouble, and I was very hesitant to put it inside because uh, it is triggering, right? It is
Yeah.
very triggering,
Yes. Yes.
and readers might not appreciate this new perspective of trying to understand where he's coming from, and uh, having that kind of an empathy for that child, not even for the adult, but for that child who kind of goes through all of that and then becomes that adult.
Hmm.
So yeah, that was, and I can't even speak about it. मेरे को अभी भी goosebumps आता है उसके बारे में बात करके.
Yeah, and through the scene where the psychoanalyst is talking to this particular
Right.
convict, it shines through because you are also in that uncomfortable situation where you are trying to understand why are we taking his side, why are we
Right.
justifying his actions, why are we
Right.
even trying to understand what he did, because he
Right.
deserves to be behind bars. So what was that like, putting yourself in that situation and talking through the character of the psychoanalyst, trying to understand that particular convict? What was that like?
Very, very uncomfortable and very, very difficult because, like I said, right, like I know a lot of people who are, uh, educated and respectable and all of those things. And I know the kind of things that they have done and they should be behind bars. So
Hmm.
I approached that character through the lens of understanding.
Hmm.
Because if I only focus on their actions, then I'm not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Because that action itself is really, really reprehensible.
Hmm.
So I focused through understanding, okay, let me see why this is happening. Let me see why this is happening. So it was really uncomfortable. But I was determined to find out because the book is a conversation with myself. Before I started writing the book, I was, one of those people where नहीं criminals को तो prison में ही रहने दो. I don't want to be associated with any kind of criminal. No, no, no. I was one of those people. And this book was a conversation with myself saying that, okay, can I change my perspective? Can I change how I look at these people? Can I give them a second chance? If I can convince myself, if I can have that debate with myself, then maybe another reader who is reading the book will understand and will try to kind of see this from a new perspective. So
Hmm.
that's why, all that gray is there because I'm not telling the reader anything.
Yeah.
I'm giving them ये side भी ले लो, ये side भी ले लो,
Yeah.
decide,
Yeah.
decide.
It is a sign of wonderful writing because your own bias is not coming through. You are leaving it to the reader to figure out their perspective and figure out which side they want to be on. There's one more character that just popped up in my head and who I found really, really despicable. It was the character of one of the heads who is the part of this whole BMM. I am not remembering the doctor's name, but he was one of
Oh
the people
yeah,
who was very,
the doctor, yes, yes, the
he's
doctor,
such a bigot. I was very, very annoyed by him. Even
yes,
before it all started, he had this mindset कि ये तो नहीं चलने वाला है.
नहीं चलने.
And he had such disgusting views. I just want to say that. I don't have any other word for it. So what was that character like for writing? Because yeah, you have clearly shown that you are not trying to build empathy also around this character. So what
Right.
was that character like?
I actually wanted to show both sides of the argument, right? Because ये कोई 50-50 वाला debate नहीं है. There
Huh.
is a large part of the population that believes, including me before writing this book, that believes कि नहीं convicts को अलग रखो, हमारे community में मत आने दो. इसको हम नहीं जॉब दे सकते, हम इसको ट्रस्ट नहीं कर सकते. So there is a large part of the community that believes that. And then there are a few groups, NGOs, prison reformation, organizations who are doing this work of rehabilitating those prisoners into the society. So I wanted to show both sides of the argument. क्योंकि अगर if I only show कि नहीं rehabilitation होना चाहिए, it's very important. If I only show that, then it is not relatable to the reader, right? Because the reader is coming in with the point of view that I don't want to live beside criminals. Give me a good enough argument to change my perspective. So that doctor and his point of view, even though he is extremely, extremely annoying, his point of view is the majority point of view. As per me, his point of view is the majority point of view. These are criminals. They are not going to change. Waste of money, waste of resources, waste of everything. They have done the crime. Why should we pay for it? That is the majority POV. And Anusuya is somebody who is coming and debating this POV and saying that, at least try it. Let's see, let's try to understand why it is happening. Let's try to understand why they are doing these things. So I had to show both sides of the argument. Otherwise, the book would have been really, really frivolous. It would have been a fantasy. कि अरे ये तो possible ही नहीं, possible ही नहीं. I had to show both sides, and that's why that character is there, because we are so fixated about our beliefs, right? In general, also, that it takes a lot of effort for us to change, for us to see a new perspective. And that doctor represents that, that hesitation to, nahi, I am right. Everybody is wrong.
We have another question from Anaga. She's asking, how long did it take you to write this book?
Okay. It took me 30 days to write the book. I wrote it during a writing challenge, Penmancy Pay. There was this, every August there's a writing challenge where you write a novel in 30 days.
Pitch Fest.
So, yeah. So I wrote it in 30 days, and that was intense. It was intense. Like, I don't know, fortunately or whatever, the stars aligned and I was alone at home. My husband was not here. He was out for work. And I had those 30 days to just write. And by some miracle of God, I got the motivation and the creative window in that period of time to write it. Otherwise, it would not have been possible.
Natasha is confirming she wrote 80K in 30 days. Wow, that is commendable.
I did 80,000 in 30 days. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it was not Pitch Fest, it was Telethon. Sorry, my bad.
Yes.
Yeah. Anaga is saying it was meant to be and meant to win. Yeah, that is true, because even after publication, it has gone on to win so many awards. So definitely the book deserved to be out.
Thank you.
Natasha is saying Monica won't show off, but I will. She wrote 80K in 30 days.
Yeah, I was like a woman possessed. And I used to push her also. No, likho.
Nice. And I must say that Natasha, अगर आपने push किया है Natasha को कोई भी book लिखने के लिए, I have to thank you, because I love Natasha's books, both the books. So thank you.
Amazing
Okay.
writer.
Definitely, yes. And we need somebody like her to be, pushing literature and good stories ahead, because we also get motivated to write.
Yeah.
So Natasha is adding, that Monica used to write 10 to 15K in a day. Wow.
I'm telling you the stars aligned. Stars, otherwise my thing is very spontaneous, right? मैं एक दिन उठूंगी, मैं 20,000 words लिख लूंगी, and then I will not write anything for the next 6 months. It's like that for me. My stars aligned, and I'm very grateful.
We have a follow-up question by Anaga. She's asking, did you already have the idea in mind then?
Yes. The idea had been gestating in my mind for 2 years, and it had actually come from this experience with somebody which, so-called non-criminal, and it had come from that, and I wanted to understand why this person is outside and he is respected, and while another person is inside and he's never going to be given a second chance at life. while this person is still outside, still committing crimes and still being respected. So that had been gestating inside me for 2 years. And when Telethon began, I thought, okay, let's write it. अगर कोई नहीं भी पढ़ेगा तो भी चलेगा. Because at that point, there was no market for this book at that point of time. And I still wrote it. I was like, no, I want to write it.
Nice. Anaga is asking, what are you writing next? I think that is, we'll come to that question later.
We'll come to that. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. That brings me to the end of the questions I had for you. You have also read my latest book. The floor is now yours. Please take it ahead.
All right. So, Manali, I read your My Jeans Fit Well and the Ice Cream Did Not Melt. First of all, I love the title. I love the title. The graphics are amazing, amazing. Yeah, they're really good. And the kind of work that you have put in into the graphics, into the captions, it's really commendable. I cannot imagine it. It must have taken you so much time to get those graphics right, right?
Yes. 2.5 months. Yeah, 2.5 months just dedicated to the graphics.
Oh, okay. It's a tough job, especially for somebody who is doing it for the first time, right? You're not an illustrator.
Exactly.
You're a writer. You're a writer and who learned everything, and then you started illustrating. And so basically, Fit Melt is a string of letters to the reader, to Manali herself, and it chronicles, very, very, very minor everyday moments where we usually don't pay attention to them. But if we did, they would bring us a lot of joy, a lot of gratitude, a lot of, how do you say, mindfulness if we actually stopped and paid attention to all of these moments. And I think that is the one thing that I really loved about all of these letters that you've written to the reader and to yourself. They forced me to actually stop and give attention to, oh, okay, I feel good right now. I'm not going to wait for a grand opening. I'm not going to wait for a grand event to be joyful. I'm joyful right now. If I have a hot cup of tea in the evening and बारिश हो रही है और मैं घर में बैठ के बारिश देख रही हूँ, oh my God, that is heaven. That is heaven. And your book kind of inspired me to just pause and notice all of these small moments. That is something that I really, really admire.
Thank you. And quick heart to Natasha, who's also saying, I love Fit Melt. It was so relatable. Thank you so much.
It is relatable as heck. Oh my God. There were so many moments that I found relatable. Should I just
Yes.
go
Please,
and read them?
Yes.
Okay, wait. I have the page numbers noted down.
Yes. Let me know the letters that you are picking.
Okay, 25. Page number 25, Sunset.
Okay, so S. Sunset. Wait, that is not from S. I don't think so. It's from S.
No, that is not from S. That is from page number 25. That is C, Catching a Sunset.
Yes.
Catching a sunset. Sunset spotted. Proof I went outside today. Oh my God. Yes. I wait for the sunset every single day. And if I catch it, I'm like, oh, I got some sun today. This is probably nature's way of saying you survived another chaotic day. Here's a reward. Yes, absolutely.
And I absolutely loved, I have to confess, I absolutely love adding the captions. They came ultimately at the end. Last that thing that popped up in my head, and I was thinking to myself, does this need another layer? Can I make it even more quirky than it already is? Then I added the captions. I think 10 to 15 days before submitting the final draft, the idea came to my head that I have to do captions also. This is going to be such a fun thing. So this caption particularly also I enjoyed writing. I mean, I enjoyed writing all of them because I was looking at the illustrations, the speech bubbles, and the captions just came to my head. So this caption made it to the sunset like it was an RSVP only event. I was like, yes.
It is. It is. You catch a sunset, it's like, oh my God, मेरा दिन सफल हो गया.
Natasha is also saying sunsets are Manali's favorites. Yes, they are absolutely.
It is so weird though, because why do we like sunsets more than sunrises? I don't
Ready to be
understand.
here because I am not a morning person. I don't. I have woken up, before the sun rises in many
I
days.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is one of the main reasons. हम सुबह उठते नहीं ना तो sunrise को कौन ही देखेगा.
exactly.
Right.
Natasha is also saying names, dahi, mental judgment. Ooh, I saw myself in them. Thank you so much, Natasha. Okay, yes, Monica. Any
Okay,
other
next
that you?
one.
Yeah.
Next one is E. E
Okay.
is page number 35.
Hmm.
Entering a room full of strangers and coming out a survivor after a few hours. You are speaking to my social anxiety. I mean, every single event that I go to, I have to prepare myself. I have to stand in front of the mirror, go into the bathroom, stand. You can do this. You can talk to other people. It's okay. You can laugh at their jokes. You can do small talk. I have to prepare myself for 15 minutes and then
Yeah.
I have to go.
The mental pep talk. I was also surprised that so many readers were able to relate to it. I was like, this is only me who gives themselves a pep talk, and I was like, no.
No, it is not only you. Social anxiety is.
Yeah.
And I could actually see myself doing that pep talk, right? No, Monica, you can do this, you can do this. Or social event में जाने के बाद में in between you have to take a loo break. I'll be back in 5 minutes, and then you just sit in the washroom and you kind of breathe. Okay, okay, okay. Half an hour to go. Half an hour to go.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, because the speech bubble here also says maybe I should hide in the bathroom for the rest of the evening. That will still count
Yes,
as attending, right?
yes, yes. Okay, next one. Page number 50. G.
Okay.
Genre bending plots. And I think
Oh.
every single person, every reader I have ever known can relate to this. Yes. Yes. The only thing predictable about this story is how unpredictable it is. It started as a slow burn romance, and now there is a character that's not from this era. And like, mind blown.
Yeah,
This
and
is so
yeah,
relatable.
this is another caption. I had so much fun while I was writing and thinking about it because it says books making me look like I'm in an Indian daily soap. No regrets.
Yes,
Changing
yes,
expression.
yes. And last panel, right? The villain is also the hero. The
Yeah,
villain
right.
is also the hero and the love interest and the love interest. Traveling librarian. I'm like, what is happening in this book? What book are you reading? Tell me.
I don't even remember कौन सी book के context में मैंने ये लिखा है. I don't remember really.
Okay, page number 67.
Hmm.
And the letter is J.
Okay.
Uh, Juicy gossip.
Hmm.
This is I think ये ना life force है. ये
Yes.
life force है.
Yes.
Especially about the people that I dislike, but the harmless kind that makes your eyebrows rise and your grin widen. Yes, yes, always. हम मतलब literally my girl gang, right? हम लोग एक दूसरे को मैसेज करते हैं. Do you have any gossip? Do
Hmm.
you have any gossip? Let's gather and do gossip.
Yes.
Because वो life force है हमारे.
Yes. Yes. Definitely. One of the things that helps us survive life better.
Honestly, this is so relatable, man.
Thank
And
you.
last one I will mention is this page number 71, king size beds. Okay,
Oh.
I
Yes.
have realized I have realized the importance of having the entire space to myself after I became a mom. Like the few occasions in which I was able to lie diagonally on my king size bed without my baby and without my husband, I was like, what heaven is this? ये तो पैराडाइज है. मैंने कहा क्यों नहीं मिल रहा है ये. That too is sleeping alone and there is no tug of war for the blanket or tips about the AC temperature. Oh man. Oh my. So I like AC and fan दोनों चलना चाहिए. And
Oh
my
my God.
husband is like नहीं सिर्फ AC चलेगा या सिर्फ fan चलेगा. तो
Hmm.
हम इतने झगड़े होते हैं उसके ऊपर. And when he is not there, I can turn on the AC. I can turn on the fan. I will lie diagonally on the bed. Like Jannat, Jannat.
Yeah, because I have also talked about my husband here, and and next to it, there's another speech bubble where I mentioned, yes, yes, I miss him, and our love is real, but personal space is the dope.
Exactly. I second you. I second you. I love my husband, but
नहीं.
king size bed अकेले मतलब यार.
Hmm.
Okay, so I have some questions for you, Manali.
Hmm.
If you would answer them.
Yes,
Okay. Light चली गई मेरे यहाँ पे. I hope the Wi-Fi is not affected.
I think you are on mobile data, so it's we are okay,
Oh,
right?
okay, okay, okay. It's back. It's back. All right, Manali. One of the most important things that you have done with this book is the illustrations, the representation of yourself. You generated the images and you could have altered them in any way, but you did not. And I really appreciate that because it is very, very important to see real bodies in literature. Very, very important to see real bodies, not the hourglass figure and skinny, thin culture. No. So I really appreciate the illustrations. I really appreciate how you've not tried to stylize unnecessarily. And especially because you mentioned in the book that you suffer from body image issues, which I also do. Considering that, the fact that you did not stylize the illustrations is amazing. So, was this a conscious choice, and why did you make it?
Oh, it was definitely a conscious choice. And I think I'm still struggling with accepting myself the way I am. Probably that is why this book was so cathartic for me also. Representing myself in the way that I want to be more accepting towards myself. It was more about me rather than, representing other women or other people who might also be going through the same kind of struggles. So, first of all, this is like very personal to me. I think that is why it came so easily to me. And I think the second thing that made it possible for me was my own journey as a person and as an author. It has, this is my 11th book, and I wrote my first book back in 2018. At that time I was a different person. When you are a first time author, you have your own anxieties, and you have your own inhibitions whether people will like you, or you want to be that people pleaser author. You want to create that aura around you कि हाँ मैं बहुत अच्छी हूँ, मेरी बुक्स ले लो प्लीज, मैं मेरे में कोई फ्लॉ नहीं है.
Totally, totally. Yes, yes.
So I think shedding of that particular image of myself that I was trying to build, and trying to bridge that gap between what I am and what I'm trying to portray to my readers or to the world. Bridging that gap itself took a lot of, understanding of the self, and going through the challenges and struggles of being a person and then an author who was able to accept herself. So that was there. And about not making the illustrations look pitch perfect, I think that was also a journey in itself, because I am somebody who was always active on social media. And I had no inhibitions about putting myself out there, my photos or anything. But whenever I used to do that, due to my body image issues, I always used to cut out or crop out the photos where my bulges were visible, and people could see that oh my god, she's a plus size woman, oh my god, she needs to lose weight. ऐसा thought आए किसी के दिमाग में, उससे पहले मैं ही crop out कर देती थी वो photo. So yeah, that kind of, I grew out of that. Probably that also helped me put the illustrations also in a manner where I was not afraid of showing the bulges, showing the imperfections in my uh, women that I have represented through the illustrations, which are of course a representation of me also. So that was the kind of journey. And also uh, body image issue के अलावा I also had issues showing myself as a bespectacled woman on social media. Initially जब मैं फोटोज लगाती थी, आई यूज टू टेक फोटोग्राफ्स रिमूविंग माई स्पेक्टिकल्स. दैट वॉज ऑल्सो अ जर्नी इन इट सेल्फ कि नहीं, मैं है मुझे चश्मे, क्या है प्रॉब्लम उसमें, I have this disability. I'm okay with it. I should accept it. तभी लोग accept because we have been conditioned, conditioned that way कि अगर लड़की को चश्मे हैं तो कोई उसे like नहीं करेगा. उसे,
True.
yeah,
True.
she somewhat comes into the bracket of not being beautiful. I think your baby has woken up and she is also approving, I think. Yeah,
1 second.
yeah. Yeah, Natasha is also saying, I love this Manali. And she's saying a huge, huge hug to you. We learn to love ourselves so late in life, which is so true. I mean, we learn through our experiences that the unconditioning and unlearning takes a lot of stages. Natasha has also said about the king size bed. She has said, "Let there be spaces in your togetherness." Khalil Gibran ने कभी इस इसमें सोचा नहीं हुआ. So true, Natasha. These are things that nobody talks about spaces. Personal space be important है.
Yes, yes, yes.
So yeah,
Yes.
I,
So
I
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the interruption. Yes, you were saying.
yeah. So yeah, it's taken a lot of unconditioning and unlearning over the years as a person, as a writer, as a content creator, to firstly accept myself and then learn also not to care about what people think of me. So I think that has been the result of why the illustrations were not altered. In fact, while creating the illustrations, I put in the prompts that I want the woman to be plus size, I want the woman to be curvy. So I was like, no, this is me, this is how I am, and so है यही है, accept करना है तो करो, नहीं करना है तो your your loss.
No, I'm sure because when I was reading the book, I actually thought of this that Manali must have actually put the prompt saying that no, it's a plus size woman because any AI software will make it a thin woman. Will
Exactly.
make it will make it a mainstream stylistic feminine energy wala woman. And you would have to intervene to tell the software that no, I want a plus size woman, I want curves, I want this, I want that. So that I feel is a very, very, very courageous thing to do, Manali, because
Thank you.
we never see real bodies in literature or in art. We never see real bodies. So we have grown up in such a culture, such a toxic culture, that we have never loved ourselves. We've
Yeah.
never loved ourselves. We have been so microscopically focused कि हमारे eyebrows अच्छे नहीं हैं, हमारे बाल अच्छे नहीं हैं, हमारा फेस अच्छा नहीं है, हमारा वेट अच्छा नहीं है. We have been so microscopically focused on that. Everything else has become a blur. And I'm really glad that you made this choice because it gives other readers who are plus sized and who want to see real bodies in literature, they see that and they think, okay, this is also a way to exist. I don't have to hate myself. This is also a way to accept my body for who I am and for what it is. So that is something that I really really admire. I really appreciate that you took that extra effort to go to the AI and tell him कि नहीं बाबा मुझे plus size woman चाहिए.
Exactly. I want those curves. Don't remove them. Yes.
Yeah, that was really really courageous of you.
Thank
Hats
you.
off to you. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay. My next question is about what we were talking about earlier when I was saying why I liked your book is you are giving us the opportunity to stop and notice all the tiny joys that are involved in our every single day, right? Over the years, we get so habituated to just waiting for that grand event to happen. कि नहीं जब वो होगा ना तो मैं सेलिब्रेट करूंगी, जब वो होगा तो मैं पार्टी थ्रो करूंगी, all of that. But your book is an invitation ki nahi, there are so many different tiny joys in our day to day that we need to stop and look at and admire and feel present in. So
Hmm.
my question is, do you think paying attention to these ordinary moments of our life can change the way we experience our life?
So I think that depends from person to person. It's a learning process, I would say, because certain people are, designed that way. Their mindset is that way that, they only look at big achievements in a manner that needs to be celebrated.
Right.
Uh, And I am somebody who has always been like, finding joys in the little moments, or finding things that joy in things that might be considered unconventional. But I mean, bookworms would be able to relate to this because we find joys through our books and the characters we are so invested in. And though people who are not bookworms, they do not understand कि इसमें क्या खुशी मिल रही है, ये तो fiction है. This
Right.
thing does not exist in real. How are you getting joy out of this? So I think it's a learning process for everyone, and it's okay if you are not able to find joy in the thing that I am finding joy in. But you have to also find a balance where वो बड़ी चीज कब होगी तुम्हें पता नहीं है, होगी कि नहीं होगी उसकी भी कोई
Right.
गारंटी नहीं है.
नहीं,
So yeah, so whatever you have currently, you are losing out on that. You are losing out on being grateful for that. And again, gratitude also is also something that I have been practicing for the past few years. I have a gratitude journal that I maintain. So probably that also became, like a basing platform for this book to take shape. And as I said, बचपन से ही ऐसा ही था because I have had body image issues since I was a teenager. So you are in your own shell and you learn, probably this becomes a coping mechanism for you where you don't rely on external factors to find joy. So that becomes an internal process, and if anyone has gone through that, they will attest probably to the fact that I'm saying right now, that you find joys in things that you notice only when you feel you are isolated.
right. Right. That is also a very I would say lived in truth. Anybody who has not lived it will not be able to understand the depth of what you have just said. Because, like you said, right, it is something that you practice.
Yeah.
It has to be practiced every single day, every single moment. You have to train your brain to stop and notice, okay, something good is happening to me right now. This is something that I find joy in, and maybe I should just stop and take notice.
Yeah.
Okay, something good is happening, because normally our negative self-talk is so intense.
Exactly. Yes.
वो पॉजिटिविटी हमको नहीं दिखाई देती है, एवरीडे वाला पॉजिटिविटी.
And we are so self-critical that we miss out on what is good within us. जो अच्छा है उसको भी तो ग्रो कर सकते हो, एक्सेप्ट करो और उसको ग्रो करो, ये भी तो हो सकता है. Yes, you need to work on your flaws and probably get rid of the flaws that are hampering your growth, but जो already inherent goodness है आप में, उसको भी तो आप ग्रो कर सकते हो एक्सेप्ट करके.
Right. True. Very true. Very true. Okay, one more question I will quickly ask. Uh, how has anybody reached out to you about, like we were talking about, having a plus size woman as your main lady? Has anybody reached out to you? Have you received any kind of negative or positive feedback from your readers about the illustrations and the representation of yourself that you have put in?
Okay, not exactly the representation, but I have this. I'm very intuitive that way. I understand the layered message that people are trying to hide within the compliments also. Backhanded compliment के अंदर भी कभी-कभी लोग कुछ बोल देते हैं. And I am very intuitive that way कि हाँ समझ में आ रहा है तुम क्या बोल रहे हो. Don't hide it within a compliment like that.
Right.
तो वैसे तो काफी आए हैं, but one negative bit I want to say about the illustration that came out, I think about 7 to 10 days after the book's release. It was a review that came out on Amazon, and I was very affected during that moment. Later on, now I can laugh about it, but at that moment I was very affected, and I went into a shell कि ये ऐसा क्यों बोला किसी ने. So the review actually said that the book is really good and it's nicely done, but I wish they had not used AI because the illustrations are taking away from what an actual illustrator might have added to the content of the book. And then they had also written in the next line that the poems are really good, but poems and stories are really good, but I wish the author had hired an actual illustrator to do it because the illustrations are not doing justice.
Right.
And immediately I realized that this is coming out of spite because the book is not stories or poems at all. They have gone on and written the review without actually reading the book.
Reading the book, yeah.
And that took a little while to understand and accept. So I was like, हाँ, hate तो आती ही रहेगी. And probably it was written by somebody who think that they lost out on a project. They were an illustrator probably, or they know somebody who was an illustrator and they could have added to it. तो शायद वहां से आ रहा होगा. Who knows? So
Right.
that is one negative review that was publicly given.
Right.
But the underhanded compliment that I was just talking about, तो उसमें भी समझ में आता है कि because of the women that I have illustrated, the kind of body image that I have illustrated in all of these throughout Fit Meld, लोग कई बार ऐसा बोल देते हैं पर बाद में समझ में आता है कि this is what they were trying to say. So they have said yes, it is good, but सब थोड़ी ऐसे होते हैं. It is also probably you are like that, we are not like that, ऐसा कुछ बोल जाते हैं. तो मुझे समझ में आता है they are trying to say कि आप शायद unhealthy living या lazy living promote कर रहे हो. And then I'm like, okay, if you are inferring that from the book, then it is your problem, not mine, because I know within myself that I work hard to maintain my lifestyle. I'm still doing what I can to maintain the fitness. So being not zero size or a probably like a thin person or well good looking person, ऐसे दूर से पता चल रहा है हाँ इसकी तो फिगर अच्छा है, वैसा नहीं है हम शायद. वैसी मैं नहीं हूँ. I don't know about others. मैं नहीं हूँ ऐसी, but it's not an indication that I'm not doing anything. I'm lazy or I am somebody who's not taking care of my body. So वैसा मैसेज भी गया है लोगों को, वो मुझे समझ में आ रहा है कि they think that I'm promoting laziness and a lifestyle where people are encouraged not to take care of their bodies, but ऐसा नहीं है. We are built in a manner that even if we are doing something, our body structure is going to remain that way. So not my fault if you are taking that message from the book.
That is actually true. It is sort of a bias against people with plus size bodies, right? It is automatically assumed that you are not having a healthy diet, you are not exercising, you are not working out, you are a lazy person, you are not taking care of it. That is an automatic by default bias against plus sized people and especially plus sized women.
Yes.
Men, it's okay. It's okay. Men अगर plus size है तो चलता है, no problem.
Exactly. And women are, that way women receive way more criticism than men. And as I was saying, since we are talking about it, we have to also talk about that each person's metabolism and body structure differs from person to person.
Yes.
So,
yes.
And being women, we also have to consider the hormone factor. You see, as we age, in our 30s and later in our 40s also, our hormones are so imbalanced that it is definitely going to affect our body structure. Yes. We can't do anything about that.
Yes, absolutely. And that is something that people don't take into account. Automatic jump hota hai. Oh, you're fat? Okay, you must not be eating healthy. You're fat? Oh, you must be lazy. You must not be working out. So that is an automatic bias. But I'm really happy that you chose the representations that you did, because it is very important, at least for the next generation of women, to see, okay, this is a real body.
Yeah.
And there is not one zero size body. Everybody has a different body. Exactly. Everybody has different kind of curves, and it is okay to have differences in your body. It's okay. And exactly. I think that is really, really good. और जो नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं, वैसे भी नहीं समझेंगे.
Natasha is saying, I love this conversation. It is so honest, refreshing. Thank you so much, Natasha. And she has said, Manali, there are more ones everywhere. Yes, exactly. I realized it now, and I'm happy that I have realized it and I have accepted it. कि हर किसी को please करना मुमकिन नहीं है, तो खुद से खुश रहो.
True. Please yourself.
Exactly. Okay, I think we are at the end of the questions we had for each other. Now we can move to the fun part, which is firstly the rapid fire round. So Monica, how we'll do this is we'll go back and forth. One question I ask, one question you ask. All right. Okay, let me pull up the first question I had for you in this. Here it is. Okay. My first question to you in the rapid fire round is one reform that you would immediately introduce in the publishing industry and why?
Automatic responses. Matlab, if there is rejection also, na, please tell me my piece is rejected. Okay, it is so much better than just staring at your computer and wondering कि क्या हुआ, पहुंचा या नहीं पहुंचा, reject हुआ या accept हुआ.
Yes.
Please, mandatory response to every writer who has submitted a piece or a manuscript. Please, I know it is very very unlikely, but in an ideal world, I want it. Please.
I'm just quickly going to read out Natasha's comments here because they are too funny to be ignored. On the thing that I said about not being able to please everyone, she said, "हाँ हम वड़ा पाव नहीं है."
True.
And then she has,
काश वड़ा पाव होते.
and then she has said, किसी ने कहा है कि ग्रैंड कैनियन को भी किसी ने नेगेटिव रिव्यू मिले हैं कि
Yes.
saying that it's not grand size but medium. Yeah.
Yes. I have seen that. Yes, a Grand Canyon को नहीं 5 star दे पाए तो यार expectation.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, that's your competition. Okay. Your first question. Yes.
Okay, my first question to you is, what is more emotionally healing for you? A perfectly fitting jeans or cancelled plans?
Oh my God. I think thanks to my social anxiety, I'm leaning more towards the second part. क्योंकि
Cancelled plans? Whatever.
yeah,
Next.
मतलब conditions apply है थोड़ा. Well-fitting jeans if I'm going to meet somebody or heading out to do something that I'm really looking forward to doing. And the second one, if it is with people that I don't really want to meet or I have something else that needs priority, and I'm like, okay, thank God I didn't have to cancel. I'm not the villain here.
मनाली कितने सारे टर्म्स एंड कंडीशंस. अब मेरे लिए तो ब्लैंकेट है. कैंसिल प्लान मतलब घर पे पार्टी करो. किसी के भी साथ में रहने दो. कैंसिल मतलब अरे वाह बच गए.
Okay. My next question to you is one fictional criminal that you would nominate, of course, outside your book, for the Bandi Mukti Morcha. Justify your choice.
फिक्शनल क्रिमिनल. अरे बाप रे, इससे सडनली मेरे को मार्वल मूवीज के सारे विलेन्स याद आ रहे हैं. फिक्शनल लिटरेचर का विलेन क्यों नहीं याद आ रहा मुझे? रॉबिन हुड. वो मॉरली, क्योंकि वो मॉरली उतना ही ग्रे है जितनी मेरी बुक ग्रे है.
Yes, true. And Natasha is also +1 comment आया है. She's saying cancel हुआ plan तो बस कपड़े पहनो और बिस्तर में घुस जाओ. कपड़े बदलो. Oh, Natasha has an interesting Moriarty. Yes.
Yes. Oh, Moriarty definitely. He will benefit from Bandi Mukti Morcha. Yes, definitely.
सर्कमस्टेंसेस के मारे हुए विलेन सारे हमारे फेवरेट्स हैं, है ना? Okay, your turn.
Okay. All right. You have to permanently give up one of these things. Good hair days, desert, or sarcasm.
Oh dear Lord. sarcasm तो नहीं गिव अप कर सकती मैं क्योंकि वो मेरा इनबिल्ट डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म हो गया है अब. So no, that is out of question. Good hair days. Because वो तो वैसे भी रेयर है तो.
Same. Even I agree. Good hair days जाने दो, ऊपर ऐसे बन बनाने का और चल.
Yes. Okay, my next question to you is, you have to describe these following terms in one word. Okay, so the first word is editing.
In one word, love.
Okay, next one, writing.
Passion.
Nice. Next one, reading.
Reading is home.
And the last one, reviewing.
Reviewing is joy and connection.
Nice. Okay. Natasha is saying accent में थोड़ा issue होगा, but चलेगा. So she's talking about the
Moriarty.
Yes. It's okay. We can always adapt. Okay. Your turn.
Okay. What tiny inconvenience ruins your entire mood instantly? थोड़ा सा भी inconvenience उस चीज का हुआ तो mood खराब.
So, I'm sure you will relate with this, that writing is mostly an isolated job.
Yeah.
And when we have to work with others and they are not in sync with us, I think that puts us off instantly.
Right.
So I think that is the biggest put off on a regular basis. क्योंकि ये होता
Right.
ही है. It's impossible to have everyone aligned with your thoughts and your schedule when you are used to working alone on most days. So yeah, that's one thing that puts me off immediately. I'm like, मैंने इतना मेहनत करके अपना काम कर दिया, तुमने क्यों नहीं किया?
If only we could control other people,
Yeah.
If only.
And I think it all comes back to the first question of mine that you answered. Not receiving response from the other party.
Panic spiral, panic
Yeah,
spiral.
exactly. Okay, my next question to you is it's a filling the blank. So you have to fill in the blank with by using a food reference from FitMelt. There are many
Okay.
food references in food FitMelt, so you have to fill in the blank for this particular sentence using that.
Okay.
Redemption tastes like dash.
Redemption tastes like a very, very extra chilled lemonade
Mm.
on a hot, hot, hot day. After you have not had anything to drink for 2 hours.
Wow. Yeah. Love it.
That's
Love it.
what redemption tastes
Yes.
tastes
Yes.
like. Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Your turn.
Okay. Where was I? Okay. Tell me about your most unhinged purchase recently, which you justified as self-care.
Okay. So I have to also confess then that over the past few months, I have consciously tried not to shop for clothes. ये मैं
Okay.
avoid कर रही हूँ थोड़ा सा because it was going out of control a bit. कि हर बार मैं बाहर जा रही हूँ कुछ नया लेके आ रही हूँ कपड़े. So that I've tried to
Right.
avoid. But another thing that I have grown obsessed with over the past few years, especially because I do this every Friday and I try my best to look good on camera. So impulse purchase besides clothes has increased because I'm also
Right.
accessorizing, and taking care of looking good on camera. So two impulse purchases that I have recently had jewelry, क्योंकि I can never
Right.
have enough of that. That is one thing. A junk jewelry तो मेरी बढ़ती ही जा रही है, I think. And another impulse purchase has been a lipstick tower that I
Okay.
purchased. Yeah, it has
Okay.
multiple shades in a single tower. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, ये तो लेना पड़ेगा, ये तो मुझे
लेना
हर
ही
कपड़े
पड़ेगा,
दो.
obviously लेना ही पड़ेगा.
But the funny thing is, once I purchased it for myself, the women in my life were like, ये तो बहुत अच्छा है, and then I had to buy 5 more to give them. And it became an instantly popular thing amongst all the women in my life. So I am like, okay,
Oh,
ठीक है, इतना regret नहीं है, चलो मैंने दूसरों का भी भला किया है इसमें.
nice, nice, nice.
Okay, my last question to you here.
Okay.
How would the following characters react after reading Fitmelt, or which illustration or nugget from Fitmelt would make them go that this needs to be introduced into the BMM right away? Okay, I'm going to list
Okay.
the characters from your
Okay.
and their reaction is like कि इसको तो बंदी मुक्ति में हमें इंट्रोड्यूस करना पड़ेगा.
Okay.
Which particular illustration or nugget would make them feel like that? Okay, first
Okay.
character is Dushyant.
अरे बाप रे. So my characters are so serious. अरे
Exactly. That's why I was like मजा आएगा ये करते हैं.
बाप रे. Okay. Dushyant. I think Dushyant would love the concept of perfectly fitting jeans. He would love it. They're like, अच्छा इससे इससे हो जाता है क्या? मतलब सेल्फ केयर हो जाता है. चलो सारे prisoners के लिए एकदम perfectly fitted wardrobe बनाते हैं.
Uh,
चलेगा.
nice. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Next one we have Anusuya.
अरे बाप रे, अनुसुईया तो अरे 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 यार ये क्या क्वेश्चन है. All my characters are so दिल टूटा हुआ रोए रोने धोने.
Yeah. They are in the throes of grief and healing.
अनुसुईया. Okay, okay, okay. I know. Anusuya would get your book, but she will not tell anybody that she is reading the book and enjoying it. She will fold the corners of the book and keep it, and then revisit those panels that she liked, but she will not talk about it because everybody else will think, "अरे ये क्या पढ़ रही है? 60 साल की हो गई है."
Nice. Yes. Yeah, I think I can imagine her doing that. Yes, totally.
Yes, yes, she will do that. Yes.
Okay. Sid is here. Hi, Sid. Thank you for joining. He's saying hi.
Hi, Sid, you come so late.
I think the audience is divided today between this
Oh
show
yes,
and
a lot of let's
Afropod.
connect. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he's saying another M&M episode. Oh my God, that reference didn't come to me at all. We are both M&M.
Oh yes, 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 yes. Arey, in one of the WhatsApp groups also where I shared our Insta live, Milchri is going. Arey, let connect के लिए भी audience थोड़ा छोड़ दो please.
सॉरी नेत्री बट या ये तो वीकली है फिर भी मैंने पहले 2 दिन दे दिए लिट फेस्ट को क्योंकि उसमें मैं भी एक्टिव पार्ट थी बट टुडे आई हैड टू डू इट
Right.
ओके नेक्स्ट कैरेक्टर दैट आई हैव फॉर यू इज विजेंदर
I think Vijender would take up all the food references from the book. Take up everything. He will learn how to cook and how to make the juices and the lemonade and everything. And he will personally go and give those juices and lemonades and strawberry cream to everybody that he can find. कि ये पियो थोड़ा chill मारो.
nice Natasha has given us a new moniker she's saying we can also be Ma and Mo right nice oh which is a very apt name because I think you call your baby Momo right
Momo, yeah.
okay and the last character that I have for you is Maitri.
Maitri is going to be difficult because she vanishes after the second half, and my readers are not happy about that. कहाँ गई Maitri? कहाँ गई? uh, what would Maitri do? I think Maitri would, create a separate recreation center and have all the crosswords.
Hmm.
She will get in all crosswords and puzzles and everything, and then do a pirate program. कि games से कैसे mood improve होता है?
Hmm. Yeah.
Come and play, and now we will call it a holistic rehabilitation.
We have an audience question from Sid. He is saying, he's asking, what would be one change that Manali will bring in case she becomes the administrator of the jail?
Oh, I love this. I love this.
Okay, so I will answer it first because the question is directed at me. Then you can say what kind of change you think I can bring about. So मेरे लिए तो I think I would introduce journaling firstly क्योंकि वो बहुत important है and because they are living in an environment which is so dull and so depressing, it's hard for them to be grateful about the everyday things that can bring them joy. So I would ask them to list down whatever things they are experiencing during the day, list them down कि आज मुझे इससे खुशी मिली ये थोड़ा अच्छा नहीं था I'm grateful for this that happened. So yeah, definitely journaling. Your turn.
Nice, nice. Yeah, in connection to that, right, that will definitely help. In connection to that, what I would say is that because most of these criminals, majority of the criminals, even in real life, tend to be men, right? So I think some kind of a course or class on trying to get in touch with your inner emotions because men have been conditioned to suppress
Repress. Yeah.
everything, right? कि नहीं तुम रो नहीं सकते, तुम किसी से complain नहीं कर सकते. You have to be strong. You have to be tough. You cannot show vulnerability. I think some kind of a class or a course or something that will help them understand that it is okay. It's okay to express that you are vulnerable. It is okay to cry. That will help. I feel that will really
Yeah. Sid also has a question directed at you. What is the perfect consistency of ice cream for you?
Okay, not too chilly. Okay, not like कि मेरे को उसमें चम्मच डाल के उसको ऐसे डीप के जैसे ब्रेक करना है वैसा नहीं. It has to be soft, but not soft enough that it is melting as I'm putting it in my mouth. I want to be able to bite into it, but it should not be so hard कि उसमें मेरे को spoon को ऐसे ऐसे करना पड़े.
Yes,
Perfect.
yes. Okay. Sid has sent a thinking emoji and saying male dominated field.
Crime is a male dominated field. Yes, totally. We should not be saying this on live, but it is. It
Yeah.
is.
I think you have one more question for me in the rapid
Yes.
fire.
Okay. My last question to you is, what is one deeply embarrassing thing that still randomly keeps you awake at 2 a.m.?
Not embarrassing, I would say, but sometimes I do fear the judgment that comes with confessing that I am not somebody who enjoys coffee as a writer. मुझे लगता है कि yeah, it is a stereotype out there कि सारे writers को coffee तो पसंद ही होती है ना, ये ऐसे कैसे है? I am.
Everybody has their own beverage of choice, and everybody should be so proud of their beverage of choice.
हाँ, मैं तो हूँ, मैंने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया है कि आई एम अ हॉट चॉकलेट पर्सन. और हाँ, मैं मेंटली शायद बड़ी नहीं हुई हूँ, मुझे अभी भी बॉर्नविटा पसंद है, तो वही है.
But Bonvita is good. Hot chocolate is good. There is nothing to feel, FOMO about not having coffee. Coffee tastes bitter. It's actually bitter. So you need to develop a taste for it. और hot chocolate के लिए taste develop नहीं करना पड़ता. Hot chocolate is instantly likable.
Exactly. Yeah, it is not an acquired taste. Hot chocolate मतलब तुम्हें पसंद ना पसंद आए ऐसा possible ही नहीं है.
Yes, yes.
Sid is saying maybe Irish coffee is a better option. No, let's not go there. We are not encouraging that.
No. Now, see, you were saying that, okay, hot chocolate थोड़ा सा कम है, Irish coffee थोड़ा सा बढ़ है.
And Sid is also saying one में नहीं होगा, मनाली का लिस्ट करवाओ. That is true actually, yes. But yes, we also have to stick to a timeline here वरना ये conversation खत्म ही नहीं होगा. Okay, now we come to the last segment of the show, which is the gaming segment. And you actually are my guinea pig today because I am planning to introduce a new segment from the next season of the show. And you are the first person I'm doing this with. So initially, the segment only used to focus on a game where it was based around my book. But now I want to introduce a game also where the guest book is involved. So I have designed a game based around your book, and then we'll move on to the game that's designed around my book. Okay? Let's start with yours. So the game that I have in mind for your book is you have to answer guilty or not guilty based on the following situations that I read out to you. Okay?
Okay.
First scenario is judging a book by its cover.
Guilty.
Next one, falling in love with your own side characters.
Guilty. Yes, I'm proud of it. Yes.
Okay, next one, editing a manuscript after declaring it finished.
Oh, so guilty.
Nice. I'm pretty sure of this, but let's see. Buying books faster than you can read them.
Guilty times infinity.
Okay, next one. Mentally rewriting endings while watching movies.
Guilty. अरे कोई क्वेश्चन ऐसा है जिसका आंसर नॉट गिल्टी है.
शायद नेक्स्ट वाला. Talking to fictional characters.
Guilty. So guilty. Guilty.
And the last one. Reading reviews of your own book at 2 a.m.
Oh, this is not guilty. Oh my god.
Nice. I think myself and Natasha are guilty of this because we do read reviews and we go down that spiral. Yeah.
I haven't even checked my Amazon reviews in 1 year. मैंने check ही नहीं किया अभी तक. So yes, at least I got one not guilty. I am pronounced guilty only क्योंकि मेरा majority answers guilty.
Okay, Natasha is saying मेरा substack पढ़ो on beverage racism. Okay, we have to check out. Yeah, that's an interesting topic.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And Sid is saying I'm on your side. मैं office में hot chocolate लेता हूँ अब. Very good, Sid.
Good. Stick to it. Don't listen to anybody.
So yes, I was right about Natasha and me being in the same group where we are checking reviews. So she's saying yes.
2 a.m.
And Sid is saying 2 a.m. वाले पे not guilty होगा, time कुछ और होगा.
How big? Like, in question was 2 a.m., right? So
Yeah.
2 a.m. may not guilty.
Okay. And now we move on to the game that is based around my book.
Okay.
It's a bingo game and it's called the Fitmelt Bingo. I'm going
Okay.
to ask you a bunch of questions related to the nuggets that you have read from Fitmelt. You just have to answer in yes or no. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
The first one. Witnessed a perfect sunset in the last 7 days.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
awesome. Nice, nice. Next one. Own a pair of jeans that fits just right.
No. Unfortunately, no.
Oh, next one. You'll have it soon. Don't worry. Also, I must recommend the brand that I completely trust, which is Levi's. Go check it
Okay.
out. Yeah,
Yes, I
they,
will.
they
I will.
never fail. They never fail. Okay. Especially for plus size women who are, very conscious about their bodies and मुझे नहीं अच्छा लगेगा ऐसा. But they have extremely well fitting jeans. Okay. Next
Thank you.
one.
I'll check it out. Yes.
Ate ice cream before it melted.
Yes. Kulfi. Kulfi counts as ice cream, right?
Yeah. Yes, yes, it does. Next
Okay.
one. Nailed a witty comeback at the right time.
In the last 7 days,
No, in the recent past, maybe.
I did at some point of time. I cannot remember it, but I did because I still remember the feeling of utter joy when that thing came out of my mouth.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next one. Went on a peaceful walk alone.
Not in 2 years, Manali.
Yeah. I saw the exhaustion in your eyes while answering that. Okay. Next one. Got lost in a great book.
Oh yeah, recently. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, lovely. So I have to confess here that this is a trick question that I have included in the bingo here because it is like a hidden nudge for the person taking the bingo and especially on the show as a guest. I want the person to say, yes, Manali, we got lost in your book.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, yes, yes. Manali, I got so lost in your book. I finished it in 2 sittings. 2 sittings.
See, Natasha knows because she was one of the few guests who immediately answered, yes, Manali, it was your book.
Uh, you have to excuse my mom brain.
Yes,
You have to excuse
yes.
me.
Yes. Next one. Took a shower without adjusting the knobs in the past week.
Yes, I did. Yes,
Awesome.
yes,
Oh,
I did.
congratulations.
That was
That's very
awesome.
rare.
Yes.
So rare, I must say, yes. Natasha is saying I'm a winner in that category. See, I told you. She was one of the few guests who was like, yes, it is your book, Manali. Next one. Took up a new hobby or did something creative.
No, I don't think so. Creative? No, no.
Okay. Okay. होगा. Don't worry. We have enough
होएगा.
time. Yeah.
अभी मैं बनाऊंगी ना अपने बच्चे के स्कूल प्रोजेक्ट्स करूंगी ना मैं.
Oh, right. Yes. Next one. Heard a song you forgot you loved.
Oh yes, I did. Oh my God. I have to mention. I just recently reheard that song from Mumbai Pune Mumbai. Again, thanks to Natasha and her Substack. कदी तू करके गाना है उसके अंदर. And I remembered how much I loved it. And oh my God, hearing it again just brought back all those memories.
Yay.
Amazing.
Awesome. Thank you, Natasha, for doing this for Monica. Okay. Next one. Found an old note or photo.
I did actually. I did. That was a pleasant surprise. Yes.
Nice. Okay. I have given a longer timeline on this particular option because I know how difficult it is to experience this in India. I live in Europe, so I experience it quite regularly. For you, I have given a 1 year timeline on this. Spotted a rainbow in the past year.
I think I did 3 months ago. 3 months ago.
Oh, awesome.
I
Nice.
did. Yes, yes,
Nice.
yes.
Okay. Next one. Had a random idea that sparks joy.
No, I don't think. I don't think
Okay.
so.
Okay. Next one, took yourself on a date or day out.
I took myself on a day out. I
Ah,
did.
nice. Awesome. Yes, self-care days. Definitely
Yes,
always promoting that.
yes,
Next one, smell something baking.
yes, I did. I did.
Oh,
Our
nice.
cook made our cook made actually litti chokha, and I tasted it for the very first time. उसने air fryer में बनाया था, and the smell was heavenly.
Nice. Nice. Okay. I know how important the next one is for both of us. So, had a good hair day in the past 2 weeks.
Past 2 weeks, no.
My empathy. Oh my God. Yeah.
Tell me if you had a good hair day in the past
So,
2 weeks.
I have to admit, this has been the 1 week in the past, I think 5 or 6 years में पहली बार ऐसा हुआ है कि ये वीक में मैक्सिमम डेज मेरे गुड हेयर डेज रहे हैं बिकॉज
Oh
this
my
is the
God.
third consecutive day where I am appearing on social media and doing a conversation like this because I was doing the uh, panel discussions also on the
Right,
Lit Connect. तो
right.
पिछले 2 दिन भी मैं उस पे थी live on social media and today also I am here. So I was consciously trying to, मेरे बाल अच्छे हैं, मेरे proper है, but they have behaved. So I am happy. Okay, next one. Pop the bubble wrap.
No, no.
Hmm?
I should. I have it at home.
Karo, please. It's like free therapy. Karo, please.
Yes.
Next one. Eat your comfort food.
Yes, I did. Yes.
Oh, awesome. Nice. May I know what the dish was?
Khichdi.
Oh, yes. Always, always comfort food.
Khichdi
खिचड़ी and
and
दाल
dahi.
चावल.
Yes, yes.
खिचड़ी कर्ड राइस खिचड़ी दाल चावल ये तीनों मेरे भी मतलब राइस के साथ कुछ भी दे दो कंफर्ट
कुछ
फूड
भी दे
हाँ
दो. हाँ, हाँ, हाँ. चलेगा.
नेक्स्ट वन gazed at the moon in silence.
No.
No. Oh, you should.
By the time we are able to see the moon, we are all in bed,
Yeah.
and our baby is actually kind of doing WWE wrestling with us. So सनसेट देख लिया वही बहुत बड़ी बात है.
Nice. Yeah. I'm happy that you are, like finding joy in that. ये message
Yes,
कोई बात नहीं.
yes, yes.
This is the exact message of Fit Melt. Nice.
Of the book, yes.
Okay, next one. Bought something that made you giddy.
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I
nice.
did.
Nice,
I
nice.
got myself a whole new wardrobe. Whole new wardrobe.
Awesome, awesome. Very good. And the last one, reconnected with an old friend.
Old friend, old friend, old friend. Yes, I did. Surprisingly, somebody messaged me a couple of days back. They messaged me, and we just started talking again.
Nice. Yeah,
Yes,
picking up from where you left off. It's like, you have that with old friends. It's
yes,
priceless. Yes.
yes.
Natasha is saying good night moon पढ़ती हो.
Are please don't even mention that book. I'm reading that book a million times a day. I have to hide it from my baby. कि नहीं बस हो गया, please.
Okay, also that brings us to the end of today's whatever we had planned for this session. Before I let you go, this is a question I ask to most of my guests, especially those guests I had a lot of fun interacting with. So this is my parting question to you. When are you coming up with the next book so I can have you again?
Hopefully next year. Next year.
Nice. So should we expect by mid of 2027 then?
Let's put that as a target. Yes.
Yes.
Let's do that.
This will
Middle
be
of
a
2000.
motivation now to, try and bring it out by June 2027. Yes.
Yes, yes, because that is required, right? ये universe के लिए signal है. Manifestation starts now. June
Exactly.
2027, next book. Yes.
Yes. And hopefully we won't have to wait 2 years to have you on the show. Our stars will align and we'll be
Yes.
able to do it right after your
Yes.
next release. So looking
Yes.
forward to that, and it was so much fun having you. Anything that you want to plug or say before we close for today?
Yes, I want to ask you what are you currently working on and what are your next projects? Because I'm sure you're already working on a new thing.
So I am going to leave with a message that something new is coming out soon. I don't want to say that it is a book because I don't want to give away too much, but definitely something exciting is happening. I think I already mentioned something around this being one of the last episodes of this season. So
Okay.
that's already a hint for everyone to guess. So yeah, expect something
Okay.
new very soon. Yeah.
Great, 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 great. That's so exciting. Looking forward
Yes.
to it. Yes.
And thank you so much for doing this with Monica. And I look forward to having you again. Bye. Have a great week ahead.
Bye. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Bye.